Quit again, Tara, PYX106, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti. He was at my wedding. My father wasn't. That's the kind of relationship we have.
How are you?
That's how
How are
close
you
we
doing,
are.
Paul?
Yeah. I stood up for him. Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
I stood up for him.
Somebody had to.
So we were going to have you on yesterday, and it just didn't work out, and probably for the best because the news got confusing.
Right.
We wanted to ask you what's up with this federal death penalty that was suspended because the family couldn't get there because of coronavirus, but then by the time we didn't have
2
you
a.m.
on,
when
they
it
already
flipped.
executed the guy.
Yeah.
So what's going
I
on
know.
with the federal death penalty, Paul?
Things move quickly in death penalty cases. Who knew? Yeah, so
Right.
we've got this first time in 17 years that there's been a carrying out of a federal execution. Now, there's lots of people on what they call death row federally, but this is the first time that it's kind of they fired up the lethal injection. And so, yeah, it looked like it was going to be just one of those postponements. And then
We should say
knew?
this guy deserved it. This guy, this
Wow.
specific guy deserved it.
That's
He killed a family. He's a white
no,
supremacist.
I understand, but there are people like I think I may be anti-death penalty. I
Well,
really struggle with that one.
I have a hard time with it too, but wait till it's your family. That's
No,
what I tell
I
myself.
get it.
You know?
So they what do
yeah.
they do? They waive or they go ahead and go forward with the execution?
Yeah, so they were attempting to, as you say, look, the family can't be there. There's certain things, certain protocols, and they just, the Supreme Court just said no. It's going to go ahead, just hours after it was a stay. But the whole death penalty argument is tricky. I mean, the finality of it, right? You can't go back and recover new evidence and say, oh, yeah, right? That's always the fear.
Okay.
And then the question, is there an Eighth Amendment violation, cruel and unusual punishment, right? So if you look back historically, you've got, hanging. You'd had, the last public hanging, who knew, was 1936. I just happened to look it up last night when I was kind of preparing to talk today. But so 36, it was a public hanging. But, we've seen things, that the electric chair is always what kind of probably makes most motion pictures when they talk about things gone by. But now
Firing
lethal
squads
injection,
even, right?
the firing squad, not that long ago.
Yeah.
They sort of stopped that because of the effect on the people who were firing the guns, right?
Right. You couldn't figure out
They
a
were
healthy way to
penalized
do it.
also.
But Paul,
Right.
why? So states have been executing people, but the federal government hasn't done it in 17 years. What was the hang-up, or what is the hang-up?
Yeah, the hang-up was that they just took a look at it federally because we've got 28 states who do currently have the death penalty. And so that's been happening, and just in 2018, there were 28 people, some version of that, that were executed statewide. Some states don't have it, New York being one, right? There hasn't been a death here since an execution since 1963, although we do have capital punishment, so you can be convicted of a capital punishment crime,
Right.
But you don't get executed, so they got to work on that.
Like the Golden State Killer, he's not going to be executed. That's the kind of guy you think would be executed.
Right, but it's a philosophical debate.
Right,
It's
I
not
get it, I
on
get
an
it.
individual level. I can
Yeah, it's what kind of
justify
country
anything.
the country wants to live in. I understand.
Right, and
yeah.
Paul's point too is like, God forbid there's new evidence comes up. What are you going to
Exactly,
here,
exactly.
So. And this is fun, right? Death penalty and coffee this morning. It's a good time,
God.
Paul.
It's just a real picker-upper, yeah.
Yeah, you want a deep dive on the cruel, unusual punishment, fellas?
Maybe next week.
Okay, good.
On a lighter note, Paul, have you had the chance to see Hamilton yet?
Well,
Immediately
I
puts me
did
out
get
of
to see it.
conversation.
I was fortunate. I just bit the bullet and went down to Broadway, and I did get to catch it there. And I saw it twice, actually. And I could sing most songs. So I don't know if you ever want to work that into the show.
I would love that guy who played Aaron Burr, who won a Tony. I thought was incredible. Incredible.
I will pay you whatever your hourly rate is, Paul. I'm just giving away money this morning.
Just to not talk.
No, to sing. I want him to sing. I want to hear Paul
My
sing.
shot. I got to prepare for my shot's probably my favorite Hamilton. But
Me
yeah,
too.
I just
Yeah, no
clean
idea.
that
It's got a
up.
good one.
Oh, Paul and I only got one shot, right, Paul?
Oh,
That's it.
that's
all
it
you
was
got
8
left.
Miles.
Okay.
Oh, that was,
guys.
yeah, no. He's not going to miss his shot, right? Wasn't that it?
Well, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Maybe we'll revisit this 17 years from now.
Reach out to the Capital Land's only singing attorney,
Yeah, here you go.
Paul Harding.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, pal.
Bye-bye.